Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Can't get it to go. Houston.
Yeah.
Rose with the ball. There's the pick. Outside for Pippen. The three. And he gets it to go.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Frazier outside. We're about 1 minute into the first. To the middle. Rebounded by Rose. And it's good. New York on D. And here's Pippen. Pass to Jordan. There's the block. Now here's Anthony. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And so here is Chicago. It's a three-point game. Gilmore. Outside Pippen. And the Bulls with another miss. On defense, Chicago. To Anthony. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Now Rose. They set the pick. Pass to Pippen. Jordan with it. Clock at 6. And he lobs it toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through. So it's the Knicks now. 3-point lead. Houston. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here is Frazier. 6 on the shot clock. Nice job coming off that screen.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Now the Bulls with it. Back to Rodman. Pass to Jordan. Backing him down from the post. And he gets it to go.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Frazier with it. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Anthony left side. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here is Jordan. Outside Pippen. That's good. He has 5.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Houston. And again, New York with the triple.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. Pass to Pippen. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Tell you what, he's 3 of 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Here is DeBusschere. Houston. Back to DeBusschere. Now Anthony. Now here is DeBusschere. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Houston. And again, New York with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Jordan. And Chicago scoring again. Now Frazier. Houston. And the Knicks hit again from deep. And so here is Chicago. They trail by 6. Outside Jordan. Pass to Pippen. Outside Rose. Back to Pippen. Left side Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rose. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Here comes Frazier. Pass to Anthony. Guarded by Pippen. Frazier outside. Houston. And again, New York with the triple. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Here's Rose. They set the pick. Pass to Jordan. It's stolen by Frazier. DeBusschere. DeBusschere inside. Soft touch off the glass. And here's Pippen. He's got 8. Outside for Jordan. Pass to Rose. Back to Jordan. Now Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Now Rodman. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here is Frazier. And the Knicks good for 2. So it's Chicago now. 11-point game. Here's Rose. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Frazier with it. Pass to Anthony. Houston. And again, New York with the triple. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And here's Pippen. The jump hook. Rodman in the post. And that one's good by Rodman.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Pass to Anthony. Anthony right side. Now DeBusschere. Now here is and the wing jumper offline. Jordan with it. 6 points for him. Right side Jordan. Outside Rose. The Knicks with the lead. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Out to Stoudemire. Pass to Monroe. Here's Richardson. 6 to shoot. Makes it off the glass.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Here is Armstrong. There's a good screen. Here's Sloan. Here's Sloan. From deep. 5 on the clock. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Here's Monroe. Here's King. Back to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. King. From 17 feet out. Love grabs the board.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now, here's Rick. Back to Oakley. Knocks it loose. Here's Sloan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Fires it up. That's good on the jump shot. Now the Knicks with it. They're leading by 8. Pass to Oakley. Now here's Richardson. And it's blocked. Here's Sloan. The 3. That's good. He's got 5.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Pass to Oakley. Back to Richardson. And blocked. They retain possession. Shot's good by Oakley. Here's Sloan. 5 points in the game. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Here's New York. It's a 5-point game. Now, here is Monroe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's King. Misses the chippy right there. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks? And here are the Knicks now. Now Monroe. Here's King. Here's King. Pass to Oakley. He's going up against Love. Clock at 6. Shot's good by Oakley. Here's Sloan. And here is Butler. Here is Armstrong. Shot clock at 5. Butler with the ball. Right block shot. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here is Monroe. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's King. Shot clock at 6. King. Rebound by the Bulls. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here is Armstrong. Back to Love. Here's Sloan. Here's Noah. It's hauled in by Oakley.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Oakley. King. Knocked away. Butler with the steal. And that one is hammered home. And so it's New York with it. 3-point lead. Richardson with it. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Here is Armstrong. Pass to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Here is Armstrong. He hasn't put up any points in this one. Clock at 4. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's King. To end the drought. That one goes. Count it. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Chicago calls timeout. A different look for New York. Off the inbound pass, and it's good on the layup.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Frazier outside. There's a screen. Back to Anthony. Pass to Frazier. Anthony with it. 5 to shoot. Now here's Frazier. Now Rose. He's got 6. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the Knicks with possession here. They trail by 1. Frazier outside. With the lead pass to Busher down low. And the shot is good.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Rose with the ball. Outside Pippen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Step back shot. Gilmore. Another one falls for Chicago.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Outside Anthony. Houston. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. And the Knicks hit again from deep. Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. Pass to Pippen. 6 to shoot. Jordan. Blocked. Now here's Frazier. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Here's Jordan. And he gets the bucket. New York calls timeout. Here's Ewing. Can't get it to go. Pass to Pippen. Back to Rose. Pippen. Outside Anthony. And it's rejected. Outside Pippen. Inside. Here's Rodman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. And that'll tie this game up. Outside Anthony. Back to Frazier. A pass to the bush. Now here's Ewing. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Rose. Right side Rose. Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by New York.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Frazier with it. Houston. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Rose. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 8 points for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Pass to Anthony. Looking to end the drought. Nice jump shot. Good. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And here is Jordan. 8 points for him. Back to Pippen. Now Jordan. Good.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
Back to Anthony. Rodman with the rebound.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Gilmore. Pass to Rose. Now here's Jordan. Here's Pippen. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Ewing. And here are the Bulls now. It's a 3-point game. Outside Rose. Outside Pippen. Pass to Rose. Jordan with it. Back to Rose. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Here comes Carmelo Anthony. He's got 9. Anthony right side. And here's Frazier. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 6.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Pass to Rose. Outside Pippen. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Frazier outside. Rose with the double team. Down low. And there's the rejection. But they get it down. Houston. And again, it's New York.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Backing down is Jordan. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. New York trailing. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Now here's Ewing. Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Pass to Jordan. Backing down. Gilmore. That's good. 10 points for him.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And here's Frazier. He's got 6. One second left. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The third third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. The Knicks on offense. The shot is off. Outside Pippen. Rose. Outside for Pippen. Three-pointer. And the Bulls, another three.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Frazier outside. Houston. Misses, and he wants that one back. Chicago leading. Here's Jordan. Left side, Jordan. Pass to Rodman. Outside Pippen. Outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Again, Chicago. Now Frazier. He has 6. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Backing down is Ewing. Back to Frazier. Lock at 6. Here's to Busher. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 7.
Well, with a dead-eye shooter like him, it takes more than average defense to put a stop to it. It takes great defense, and even that might not be enough.
Now here's Rose. He's got 10. Gilmore. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Outside Anthony. Back to Ewing. Cut the bucket.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Outside Rose. There's the screen. Gilmore. Stolen by DeBusschere. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Frazier. Here's Anthony. Pass to Ewing. Just 5 to shoot. Here is DeBusschere. And again, it's New York. Rose with the ball. Gilmore. And here is Rodman. Pass to Rose. Back to Rodman. 6 to shoot. DeBusschere on him. There's the triple. Outside Pippen. Shot's good. 20 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Anthony with it. 9 points in the game so far. There's the double team with Pippen. Now here's Ewing. Houston. 5 on the clock. A pass to DeBusschere. On D. Chicago grabs a miss. And here is Jordan. 10 points for him. And here's Pippen. Now here's Pippen. Now Rose. No good.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
To the paint. Here's Frazier, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Outside Rose. Back to Jordan. That drops.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
New York trailing. Frazier outside. Back to Ewing. Pass to DeBusschere. Here's Frazier. Up top, Frazier. He's got 8. An easy 2 points on the layup. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They set the screen. Pippen with it. Left side, Jordan. Shoots the 3. Gilmore slams it back in.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Frazier outside. Back to Anthony. Anthony right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. So for the Knicks. And here comes Dang. Pass to Butler. Right side, Butler. Back to Dang. Left side, Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. 6 points for him. Here's Richardson. Now, here is Starks. Now Richardson. Pass to Starks. Shot clock at 6. Here's King. There's the 3. No good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Here is Armstrong. That's good.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Richardson with it. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Here is Armstrong. Back to Dang. Pass to Love. Oakley's there. Off target from the baseline. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Now, here is Starks. And here's Richardson. Back to Starks. Now, here is Oakley. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 6 points for him.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
It's to Armstrong. Butler with the ball. Here is Armstrong. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And here's Richardson. John Starks on the wing. Cut the line. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam. Here is Armstrong. 6 points for him. Pass to Dang. Second shot opportunity. And Noah with a nice bucket inside.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And here Starks. Porzingis. And there's another one for the Knicks. And here are the Bulls now. Here is Armstrong. Back to Love. Oh, trying for it. And stolen by Richardson. Pass to Starks. Now here's Butler. Here is Armstrong. To the inside. And Noah backs down. Shoots from the baseline. That's good.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Richardson up top. Back to Richardson. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the Knicks making a change here. Outside Butler. Here's the screen. Here's Kukoc. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now Richardson. He's got 6. Here's King. Pass to Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No luck. Dang with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Outside Butler. Sloan. Now Dang. Dang can't get it to go. Pass to Richardson. Now, here is Starks. And here's Starks. Sinks the triple. Here's Sloan. 8-point game. Here's Kukoc. 3 seconds left. And the layup is up and in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And Chicago has possession. Here's Sloan. Back to Rose. Monroe on him. Shot clock at 5. Sloan's shot is off.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Now, here is Monroe. And that one's good. Here's Sloan. Pass to Rose. And here is Noah. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here Starks. Now, here is Monroe. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's King. Here's Starks. 6 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
Back to Rose. Pass to Dang. Now Rose. Here's Sloan. A 3-pointer, no good. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Now, here is Monroe. Starks with it. Porzingis laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Sloan. Chicago leading. Outside Rose. Left side Rose. Here's Sloan. Pass to Kukoc. Sloan. And a miss there on the triple.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Porzingis. Now Monroe. Starts with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Here's Sloan. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Pass to Starks. Stoudemire with the ball. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Rose. Starks with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Frazier with it. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. 6 to shoot. Here's Frazier, and the shot is good.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
Now here's Jordan. Here's Rose. Sweet little floater.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Houston. And he's good on the 3-ball. 23 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Backing down is Jordan. Fade away. Knicks with the rebound. Frazier outside. Outside Anthony. Pass to DeBush. Now Ewing. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Jordan with it. Outside Rose. There's the pick. Makes the lead pass. Rodman, no luck. New York trailing. And here's Frazier. Leads him in there. To Busher. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Now here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Back to Pippen. Outside Jordan. Clock at 6. Left side Jordan. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. And here are the Knicks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now here's Anthony. They set the pick. Frazier. Back to Anthony to tie it up. Tries to save it. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 22.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Houston hits it from three-point range. Now Pippen. Outside Rose. Shot is blocked. Frazier with it. Outside Rose. It's off his foot. And it's being called a kickball. On defense, New York. Trailing by 2. Outside Pippen. Shot clock at 6. No good. Frazier with it. Houston. Houston. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Outside Jordan. Pass to Rodman. Rose with the ball. Left side Rose. Outside Jordan. Defensive foul. Back to Rose. 6 to shoot. Outside for Jordan. With the fadeaway.
They haven't had as much success here in the second half from the three-point line, but that hasn't kept them from staying on the lead. They've missed more three-pointers this half, but they're still in good shape.
Now here's Ewing. Anthony. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And here is Jordan. Outside Pippen. Frazier covering. Right side Pippen. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
New York calls timeout. You look at Scottie.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team.
Chicago on defense. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Ewing. Here's Anthony. And the three ball is good. Now here's Jordan. Now Rose. Outside Pippen. Outside Rose. Steps back and shoots. Gilmore. Goes back up. He lays it in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
There's the screen. Frazier outside. He's feeling it. And he nails that one right through the net. Chicago leading. Rose with the ball. Ball's not loose. To take the lead. Walt Frazier once again. And here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Pass to Jordan. Outside Pippen. Gives him the lead pass. And good on the basket. Book it. 20 points for him. Now here's Anthony. Frazier outside. Houston. Can't hit from in close.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Pippen with it. Back to Pippen. For three! Buries it from outside.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Lot is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place. Now here's Frazier. And here's DeBuscher. Pass to Ewing. 7-foot shot. Buries it. And he has brought them to within 2 points. And here are the Bulls now. Clark will be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
It's stolen by Frazier. It's good. This game is all even. Chicago calls timeout. Outside Jordan. It's stolen by Frazier. New York calls timeout. Now Anthony. Here's Frazier to win it.